On March 28, 2020, off the rugged coast of the Isle of Skye, Scotland, a routine docking operation went horribly wrong. What was supposed to be a standard berthing for the chemical tanker Key Bora ended with the vessel grounded and its hull breached. This is the story of how human error, outdated data, and misjudged decisions all culminated in a dangerous marine casualty, an incident that serves as a stark reminder of the risks lurking beneath the surface in maritime navigation. Key Bora was a 92.86-metre-long chemical tanker registered in Gibraltar, carrying a mix of lecithin, rapeseed oil, and fish oil. It had set sail from Esbjerg, Denmark, on March 26th, and was bound for Kyleakin Pier in the Isle of Skye, Scotland. The vessel's arrival was carefully timed to coincide with low water, the strategy intended to take advantage of slack tidal streams. But what seemed like meticulous planning would soon unravel. The master of the vessel, an experienced seaman with over 30 years of maritime service, was overseeing the approach from the starboard bridge. It was the first time he had brought the Key Bora to this particular pier, and while the conditions were calm and visibility was good, the crew was relying heavily on local information provided by the pier's operators, information that, as we will soon see, was critically outdated. As the ship approached the narrow waters near the pier, a warning appeared on Key Bora's electronic chart system, also known as ECDIS. It showed a hazardous 4.9-metre deep obstruction, just 50 metres north of the pier, an alert that should have prompted immediate caution. However, the crew was operating on a different set of data. Local surveys provided by Mowi Scotland Limited, the operators of the Kyleakin Pier, did not show this obstruction. The master and second officer, trusting this local data over the vessel's official charts, assumed the electronic charts were inaccurate or outdated. After all, the data from the local agent had been reliable in the past, but this assumption would prove costly at 15:05. With the pier just 50 metres away, Key Bora came to an abrupt stop. The ship shuddered violently as the bow swung south, and it became clear that something was terribly wrong. The vessel had run aground on the very 4.9-metre hazard the electronic chart had warned about. The impact caused serious damage to the ship's hull, puncturing it in several places. Water began flooding the empty ballast tanks. Fortunately, quick action by the crew and a calm sea prevented further damage or an environmental disaster. Within 12 minutes, the Key Bora floated free, and the crew managed to berth the vessel using its own power. But the damage was done. The hull was compromised, and the ship would need to undergo urgent repairs in Glasgow. In the aftermath of the incident, the UK Marine Accident Investigation Branch, or MAIB, launched a thorough investigation. What they uncovered was a series of errors and oversights that led to the grounding. First and foremost, the passage plan relied on incorrect and outdated hydrographic data. The 4.9-metre hazard had been added to the vessel's electronic charts just 8 days prior to the accident, following a hydrographic survey in 2019. However, this updated information had not been communicated through the local data provided by the pier operators. The tidal information given to the ship was also misleading, as the expected slack water did not occur when the ship was berthing. But perhaps most concerning was that Key Bora's electronic chart system wasn't fully utilized the safety contour and look-ahead warning functions that could have alerted the crew to danger. It was lost in Rest Road when he swam in the time in Terriston. As a Kobo, they wrote it several frame of lives, as importantly, impactful. For example, despite having an obligation to follow the Port Marine Safety Code and implement a proper marine safety management system, neither had been enforced at the time of the grounding. In fact, this wasn't the first incident at the pier. Just 6 months earlier, in September 2019, another Gibraltar-registered vessel, P West, that grounded near the same location. Despite warnings from the UK authorities after that incident, key safety measures, including the appointment of a marine safety manager and the implementation of a tidal flow atlas, had still not completed by the time Key Bora ran aground. While the Key Bora incident resulted in no loss of life and no environmental damage, it exposed critical flaws in the safety management of Kyleakin Pier and highlighted the risks of relying on outdated or incomplete data in maritime navigation. Following the grounding, Mowi Scotland Limited took immediate steps to improve safety, conducting additional surveys to remove hazardous boulders in the pier's approach and updating their marine safety procedures to align with national standards. Additionally, new guidelines were introduced for marine licensing in Scotland, requiring licensees to ensure all risk mitigation measures are in place before commencing operations. The grounding of Key Bora serves as a reminder of the complexities and challenges of maritime operations. In an industry where precision is paramount, even minor oversights or outdated data can have serious consequences. This incident is a lesson in the importance of vigilance, accuracy, and the critical role of updated navigational information in ensuring the safety of vessels and crews. Thank you for watching. To support the channel, please leave a like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more investigations into maritime incidents, and remember, the sea may be calm, but it never forgives mistakes.